The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Lands and Forestry. Bill Leahy's independent forestry review report has a clear message. If we don't start protecting the ecological underpinning of the forestry sector, we risk it all. This is not news. Commentators point out that Mr. Leahy's recommendations are not very different from the natural resources strategy released in 2011 after years of public engagement and consultation. The NDP began implementing the strategy, but the Liberals have refused to follow it. So my question is, will the minister admit that the Forestry Review report confirms that the government should not have backed away from the goals of the natural resources strategy?
The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Professor Leahy did submit a report about 3 weeks ago. It's very comprehensive, but it does have a strict focus on the forestry industry instead of a full natural resource strategy. And there are 163 conclusions drafted, 45 recommendations. It's over 70 pages, so the department is ongoing looking at each recommendation, and we look forward to seeing if our analysis supports his recommendations. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, 12 organizations representing more than 2,000 woodlot owners have had time to come together and decide to endorse the report, but we haven't heard anything from the government about what it will do. And in the meantime, the same practices that undermine the future of our forests are continuing, including a new announcement of 878 acres of Crown land proposed to be clear-cut. My question is, will the minister commit to implementing Leahy's recommendations?
The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, we will be looking at each recommendation and not just cherry-picking which ones we think will work well in the short term. There's lots of work to do.
Order, please. Time allotted for oral questions put by members to ministers has expired.